Hello and a warm welcome to this result day live coverage on the federal, and what a spectacular result. NDA is poised or maybe poised for a thumping victory, with trends indicating a bigger win than what the exit polls predicted. Now, while the ruling alliance has crossed the halfway mark, leading in more than 185 seats, the Mahagathbandhan is far behind. In fact, it's ahead in shockingly just about 47 seats. We'll show you the exact numbers because the numbers are constantly changing. But what initially appeared to be a close contest between the NDA and the Mahagathbandhan has turned out to be a one-sided game, as the ruling alliance, I mean the NDA, widened its lead against the Mahagathbandhan. What the election commission has showed, and I'm going to put out the data for you on the screen. So here it goes. This is how NDA's tally looks like. BJP is leading on 88 seats, JDU 78. Now JDU's performance is more than spectacular, if I may say. All those reports we should not forget, where people said that Nitish Kumar doesn't look like a man in control. He's not well. Now, all those reports have been dismissed, looking at the way JDU has performed. If you can get back that same graphics, NDA right now is leading on 194 seats. We'll show you that. But look at this tally. BJP leading on 88, JDU 78. LJP has also performed well. That is leading in 22 seats, and others 5. And now let's look at the Mahagathbandhan, which has whose performance has been more than disappointing. RJD, remember all those big rallies of Tejasvi Yadav? RJD is leading on 32 seats, and Congress is just 4, left 6, which means that Congress's performance is far worse than left, and others is 0. Now, this is what the MGB looks like. And if I don't know whether we have the plate ready for the Jan Swaraj party, because that was the third player. But as of now, it looks like the halfway mark has been crossed, and NDA is all poised for forming the new government in Bihar. Now, many mainstream channels are showing it as a Namo Niku effect, as in a combined horsepower of Nitish Kumar and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So we'll try and analyze at this particular time. It's going to be 110. The counting is still underway. Lots of figures are still changing. Joining me this afternoon is Ashok Mishra, senior journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much for joining. We have Professor Sanjay Kumar, who's a professor of political science at Patna A&M College. Thank you so much for joining. And we also have the political editor of the Federal, Puneet Nicholas Yadav. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. Thank you so much, Puneet, for joining. And we've just begun analyzing the numbers. And Nisha, if you're backstage, if I may just request you to put out the graphic plate again, so that the viewers can get an idea of what the latest numbers look like. Now, look at this. BJP leading on 88, JDU 78, LJP 22, and others 5. Mahagathbandhan's performance has been rather poor, below expectations, because everyone was talking about a change, looking at the big rallies of Tejasvi Yadav and the kind of pull and traction which those rallies had. Probably it hasn't translated into votes. RJD leading on 32 seats, INC 4, and left 6, which means Congress is worse than left now in Bihar. So we'll try and analyze the reasons, what this picture looks like, the big picture at this particular time. It's almost 1:15. Puneet, let me begin with you. What are the big takeaways at this point of time? Can we expect any sizable change in the numbers, or more or less the picture looks stable for now?
Well, directionally, I don't think the numbers will change. The numbers for the NDA, in if this is the direction that the polls are heading in, will only increase. The EC's official figure as of now, $20 for Chirag Paswan's Lok Janshakti Party, Ramvilas, and 4 each for Jitan Ram Manjhi's Hum and Upen Kushwaha's RLM. So they're already in the two-thirds majority mark. It's not just a simple majority, but a two-thirds majority. It's almost a replication of the 2010 wave
Election. Yes.
result in favor of the NDA. So directionally, Neelu, I don't think that this is going to change. The RJD now is at only 29 seats as per the official figures of the EC. The Congress and the CPI ML Liberation are tied at 4 seats each, and the CPM has 1 seat with it. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of change because I've also been seeing the margins in a lot of these constituencies, and wherever the JDU and the BJP are leading, their margins are growing steadily. Whereas where the Grand Alliance candidates are in the fray, their margins are narrowing. In fact, if you look at the current figures put out by the EC, even the MIM is larger than the Congress by 1 seat. You
Yes.
know, they're holding on to their 2020 tally of 5 seats as per the EC data at 2:10 p.m. So directionally, I don't think much will change. Maybe 2 or 3, 4 seats, 5 seats up and down. But I don't see this figure reversing to any effect.
Right.
Having said that, Neelu, I must also say that, uh, in results like these, which are unexpected, we do tend to start looking for reasons to justify something that we personally on the ground have not seen, so I wouldn't want to do that, and I'll be very blunt about it, that these results do not show what was very visible, very palpable on the ground. I had maintained throughout that it's a close contest and the NDA does have an edge, but to say that there was a wave of this sort in the making and nobody felt it, including people from the BJP and the JDU. I mean, this is befuddling. It's absolutely surprising.
Right. So that's a big picture which Puneet has given. Now, I'm going to come to you, Ashok. Do these numbers now look realistic without getting into the reasons? Because there are several reasons which you can attribute. And without getting, and Puneet is right that without getting into the reasons, were you also expecting this kind of a wave? Did you see this wave? That's the first question. I mean, it's really perplexing to see the kind of numbers which have come in favor of BJP, JDU also to some extent, but did you see this kind of a tremendous wave, a landslide victory for NDA?
No, we have not presumed that. We have not seen it. As the ground reality, when we visited the ground fields in different constituencies, the ground realities were quite different. It was a close contest. We have been saying that it is a close contest. We can't say who will get the majority. But look at the figures now, which are the trend, the figures of the trend at the moment. You will see that earlier it was the JDU leading in many constituencies, and the BJP was far less than less than the JDU. Now you will see that the Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, is emerging as the single largest party with 88 or 90 seats, whereas the JDU is on 78 to 80 seats now. These are the trends which are showing. So the BJP has emerged as a single largest party, is emerging as a single largest party at the moment. Now the question is, if the votes were Nitish Kumar, if it were Nitish Kumar's vote and Nitish Kumar's women who voted, so how did the BJP go up with these kind of numbers? The numbers which are trending now, I will see to it that it is far away from what we saw on the ground. It is not the real picture emerging in the poll results right now.
All right. So I'll come to Professor Sanjay now. Professor Sanjay, what would you really say to the numbers like these? Uh, is it not like almost the opposition has been knocked down completely?
Uh, Really, this figure is very astonishing for me, and it is also very surprising for even for BJP and JDU leaders. Uh, from very beginning, we have been saying that there will be close contest between NDA and Mahagathbandhan, but the result shows quite a different picture. And one more thing, that the BJP is getting lead, and JDU is trailing by 10 seats. And when you just add BJP's number with LJP and others, they are hardly 10 seats short to find just to get majority, simple majority. So it will be very interesting to see that in this scenario, what will be the position of Nitish Kumar, whether he will have his upper hand in the alliance, or he will be dictated, or there might be some other scenario also, that BJP now can say that it will elect some other person as a chief minister of Bihar. This may be also possible, and Nitish Kumar will have to, because Nitish Kumar has no other option. He cannot in a position to form government while leaving this alliance and getting into that another alliance like Mahagathbandhan. So the situation is very interesting, and these figures, I think, it's going to stable because it's already quarter past one, and I think hardly some changes might occur. Suppose BJP is getting 88, it may be 80 or it may be 90, but more or less the figure what we see right now is going to stable, and NDA may even touch 200, or
Right.
it's already more than 190. So
Hmm.
this is the situation, and it's very interesting and very surprising.
Right. Okay, so Nisha, if you're backstage, if you can just play out that the NDA graphic plate, and I'll come to Puneet now. Puneet, it looks like a very close contest, almost like between JDU and BJP. Now, the big question, and everyone across the platforms is asking that will there be a BJP chief minister, or will BJP be forced to project Nitish Kumar as the chief minister? That remains a mystery now. What are you hearing from your sources? Has anything begun on that front, or people are still waiting for the numbers, the final figures to come in?
No, I don't think that those discussions have begun as of now in terms of who is going to be the CM. I also have a hunch. I mean, this is not based on conversations with anyone in the parties, but my hunch is that for the immediate government formation, the BJP might still stay on with Nitish as the CM. But that's no guarantee that he will continue for the full term. The other thing also, to add to what Professor Sanjay Kumar was saying, you know, Nitish may have performed very well with 78 seats, although on the ground, what I saw was that the BJP was not expected to perform as well as it has performed. In fact, most areas where I traveled, people from the BJP themselves said that they were very worried of the numbers that the BJP on its own will get. There were certain constituencies where there were even it was very visible that the vote transfer wasn't happening in the way that it used to in the past. Now, despite all of that, despite the JDU actually getting, leading in about 80 seats as of now, as per the EC figures, uh, and even if they do make him this go ahead with Nitish as the CM face, see, the fact is that Nitish now has been left with no option otherwise. Because if you look at Nitish's figure of 80 as of now, if this holds, uh, and then add up everything that the Mahagathbandhan has got. Because people keep talking about Nitish's switches and his somersaults. Even if you add up the 30 odd seats that the Grand Alliance is at right now, he will still not be in a comfortable majority position. If the BJP decides to deny him the chief minister's chair, and he wants to switch. So the numbers have fallen in such a way that they leave no room for Nitish Kumar to walk out of the alliance, unless he wants to sit in the opposition. You know,
Right.
so
But then,
and
politically speaking, what you're saying, Puneet, is very, very interesting. So, politically speaking, has BJP managed to leash Nitish in some way? Because he is not left with that scope where he can walk out of the alliance. At the same time, BJP has let him survive. So, is it like a win-win for Nitish then?
Well, I wouldn't call it a win-win. I'm sure he, given the pre-election scenario within the NDA, with ticket distribution, with a lot of other things that went on behind the curtains, I do not think he would be very thrilled with this sort of a tally. He would have wanted to remain the largest party in the NDA. He would have, if not that, then he would have at least wanted that leg room to walk out of the alliance if he's not getting his way, and switch over to another to the Grand Alliance and still stay on and hang on to the chief minister's chair. So that is something that he has clearly been denied by this verdict. You're free to interpret that in any way you want, but the fact is that Mr. Nitish Kumar is not, despite performing brilliantly, with a 80% strike rate, may not personally be very happy about this.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, Ashok, this contest between BJP and JDU, now, whom do you think will get the credit? Despite all the odds, if JDU has managed to get 78 seats, and BJP, of course, has also worked hard, they've managed to get about 88 seats according to this lead. Who do you think deserves a greater credit? I mean,
Yeah. Look, Nilu, in Bihar, I think Nitish Kumar is still the most acceptable leader, and we have been talking about the Jivika Didi, the number of votes he support base he has among women. So Nitish definitely has a vote bank of himself, and he commands those vote banks, EBCs, women, and the love kush combination which he has with him, and we have been talking about it. So Nitish definitely is a vote catcher. But at the same time, the figure we have right now is 88 seats for BJP. It means the BJP must have got the support of majority of the voters of Janata Dal Nitish Kumar. Because if you think categorize numerically, the supporters of BJP and the supporters of JDU, Nitish Kumar has an upper hand with at least 42% votes among the EBCs, women, Lav Kuskurmi, Koiris, and others. So it's the number in terms of the number of votes one commands. It is Nitish Kumar who has the largest number of supporters in the vote bank. Vis-a-vis the BJP tally of 88 at the moment, it shows that BJP has performed well and emerged out as a single largest party. Now, the question of we were talking about the who will become the chief minister. Will Nitish accept it, or will BJP accepting and giving the post of chief minister? This is a question now, which many in political circles this is being raised. Now, since BJP is a single largest party, last time also in 2020 also BJP was the single largest. In fact, it was the second party. Single largest party was the RJD, and it was a close contest. So last time also, since they have declared the Nitish Kumar as the chief ministerial candidate if NDA comes to power, so Nitish had took the oath of the chief minister. Now, at the moment, BJP has not yet declared officially that Nitish Kumar will be the chief minister if NDA comes to power. The narrative they have been talking about is that the legislature party will elect. Now the question is, so it may be someone else from the JDU, it may be someone else, someone from the BJP, it may be, it could be, you never know, it could be someone from the LJP also. So, this is the scenario. But one thing is very clear, as Puneet was also indicating, look at the figures at the moment. We have 88 plus 22 means 110, and 78 plus 40 nearing 40 MG Mahagathbandhan is 80 plus 40 is nearing the majority mark. Is close to the majority man. So Nitish Kumar definitely has the key to power at the moment. With 78 to 80 seats, he has the key. Whichever side he moves to, he will form the government. But there is no question that NDA, there is a difference between among the NDA allies. Nitish Kumar is there as a leader. So let the BJP decide who will become the chief minister, and let the legislators decide after the final results are declared that who will be the chief minister. I think the BJP at the moment will not do any politics. Maybe it could be, but it is presumed that they will not go into that because the Nitish has the key to chair of the chief minister of Bihar. He has the key now with nearing 80 seats.
Right. I also want to come to the factor of Prashant Kishore's party, Jansuraj party. Professor Sanjay, to you. So far, whatever, I mean, we don't see a sizable performance by Jansuraj party. And everybody was predicting earlier that it could be an X factor, they could become a kingmaker. At least in terms of perception, that was the perception which was laid out, that he's trying to bring in some kind of a change. But it hasn't translated into votes. So far, I don't think they have opened an account also. His party did show some initial leads, but as of now, what is the latest figure? I need to find that out. But he doesn't seem to have made that kind of an impact in Bihar. Professor Sanjay.
This is not very surprising for me because I was calculating even around number of five seats to Jang Suraj, maximum five seats, not more than that. So they have not got even a single seat. The impact of Jan Suraj's party in Bihar politics is quite different. So far, mass awareness is concerned and political consciousness is concerned, in that matter, he has definitely made a dent. But he was not able to get sizable number of votes to get elected even a single MLA. This is also fact. But we cannot undermine his effort because uh, he might have earlier there was also
No, so
something
does
in
it
air.
mean we see the end of Prashant Kishore innings? Because I remember he having told his party people that if we are not able to make it in Bihar, then you all are free to join whichever party you want. He did mention that. So what happens now to all the candidates? Because he himself didn't contest an election, but he did float a party. But now he's also given that freedom to his party members that if they want to join some other party, they're free to do that.
Yeah, but many of leaders or the many of the persons who have joined Jan Suraj, most of them are not have any political background. So I doubt that those people will join some other parties. Some veteran politicians might have joined Jan Suraj. That is also true. But here doesn't end the career of Prashant Kishore because he has uh, he might have some big plans for Bihar also. But one thing I am very much sure that he has aroused mass consciousness. He has because the benefit of those consciousness might have gone to other parties like BJP or JDU or some other parties, but the dividend he hasn't got. That is also true. So, but anyway, we cannot marginalize even Jan Suraj hasn't got even a single seat, or however it's open in the by the end of counting, he might get one or two seats maybe. The constituency where I live, here there was a triangular contest, and here the probability of Jansuraj's candidate to win is very much. That is KC
Right.
Sinha.
Right.
So
Okay. Okay, so you were expecting that probably KC Sinha might have won, but so far we don't see Jansuraj having opened its account. In fact, Puneet was also on the ground, so I would want to have an opinion from him as well. What do you feel about the kind of results we are seeing as far as Jansuraj party is concerned? Were you also expecting that they wouldn't be able to open their account?
Well, I think that's the only unsurprising thing about this result, Neelu. I had maintained earlier too that the Jansuraj will find it difficult to win even a single seat.
Hmm.
That's what is likely to happen eventually. I still don't have the exact vote share that they've polled so far. So I don't know in terms of vote share what kind of gains they have made, but it was pretty evident that this was not an election for Jansuraj to be winning seats. It was perhaps an election to be creating the ground for what they might want to do 5 years on, but not an election where people saw the Jansuraj as a party, as a vehicle for government formation.
Right.
And so as the election progressed, it became by and large a very bipolar election, although the results now seem to suggest that there wasn't even a bipolarity. It was all one sided. But the Jansuraj, as I said, is the only unsurprising thing about this result.
Right.
Point out, Neelu, something very important and peculiar in terms of the results as they are coming in now, the trends as they are coming in now. You see, the RJD, which had won 75 seats last time around, had a vote share of about 23%. Okay, and they contested 144 seats. They won 75, and they had a 23.10 percent vote share, if I'm not mistaken, 23 or 23.10, 23.15, thereabouts was their vote share. The JDU, which had contested 115 seats in 2020 and managed to win only 43, had seen a drop of about a 1.5% in their vote share compared to the 2015 elections. And their vote share was at roughly about 15% in the last election. While the BJP which had contested 110 and managed to win 74 seats, had also seen a drop in its vote share from about 4.9 or 5% vote share of the BJP had dropped. And the BJP in 2020 had a vote share of just about 19.4%. This election, 101 seats that the BJP is contesting, they're currently, as per the EC figure, the latest figure now, the that I have with me, the BJP is now at 91 and the JDU at 82. Now,
Yes.
look at their vote share. The BJP's vote share is up from 19% to 21%. And in that 2% change of vote share, their number of seats have gone up from 75 to 92 as things stand as of now, 91.
Yes.
Whereas the JDU, which contested 101 seats and is currently leading on 81 seats or 82 seats, has actually seen almost 4% rise in its vote share. So it's
Yeah.
gone up from 14.9 in the last election to 18 point. In fact, it's now at 18.9% of the vote share now, and and it has doubled its seat share. Now look at the RJD. Their figure is very interesting. The RJD, which was at 23% last time, is at 22.9% this time, as of now. Okay, so it's just a 0.2% fall as of now in their vote share. But look at
Right.
how it's translating in the number of seats. From 75, the RJD has now tumbled down, as per the latest figures, to 25 seats.
Right.
And the number of seats they contested last time and what they're contesting this time is the same.
Right. In fact, Puneet, I'll just
So
interrupt you
I
here
mean,
because
it is very puzzling, this entire result in that sense too.
right. In fact, the opposition leaders have started coming out and they're giving sound bites. Now I see Sanjay Singh from Aam Aadmi Party saying Gyanesh Kumar pehle hi BJP ki jeet ka rasta saaf kar chuke hain. Then we have Pawan Kheda also coming out and talking, and what he has said, the contest is directly between the Election Commission of India and the people of Bihar, and let's see who wins. I'm not even talking about parties. I'm talking about a direct, straight contest between CEC, Gyanesh Kumar, and the people of Bihar. So this is what Pawan Khera had to say. Similarly, Akhilesh Yadav has also said that we've already seen the impact of SIR in Bihar, and we must be ready or what's going to happen in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Puneet, one quick reaction from you, and then I'll take the concluding comments from Ashok and Professor Sanjay. Yes, yes, Puneet.
Yeah, well, I mean, these reactions from the opposition were expected. This is also an election that has happened after the SIR. One had expected that if things go awry for the opposition as they have, they will blame it on the SIR. But unfortunately for the opposition, it's not an argument that's going to cut a lot of ice if you continue, because now you have a pan-India SIR going on. The only option available for you in front of you is to say that we're going to boycott the elections. Because if you
Yes,
keep contesting, keep losing, keep blaming the EC and everybody else, who's going to take you seriously? And then, somewhere in between, you might win one election, and the entire thing will be that, okay, you've won this one, so how are you not complaining now? So I mean, these reactions from the opposition may make for good sound bites, but I don't know in terms of their politics how they're going to change, because they simply don't seem to have any response to how how they want to kind of ensure that what they're seeing on the ground is also seen in the results,
absolutely.
right? I mean, earlier today, when I was talking to somebody from the RJD, uh, this person was so aghast. He said that, the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of counting, we become the fourth largest party after even Chirag Paswan. And look at the figures as of now. This is now 140, and at 140, the LJP Ramvilas is at 21, the RJD is at 25.
Yeah, true. Okay, so now I'll take the concluding comments from Professor Sanjay and Ashok. Professor Sanjay, to you. So what do we say now at this point of time before we begin our next live at 2 o'clock with our editor-in-chief, S. Srinivasan? So what would you say at this point of time?
No doubt, after SIR, almost all the parties have got its effect in a negative way. That is also true. But this is also true that Mahagathbandhan has impacted a lot to Mahagathbandhan as SIR, and this see a series of allegation and counter allegation will go on. Now the election is over, but I think this is not going to they won't be heard by election commissions and other bodies, other institutions. So now the result will be declared by 7 or 8 o'clock, and the final tally will come. But I don't think that this is the only reason they have performed so poorly.
Okay, okay. So this result where NDA seems to be like now almost crossing the 200 mark looks like a repeat of what we saw in Maharashtra. Ashok, your concluding comments now, and what can we expect now in the next few hours?
No, Nitish has also performed this figure, has achieved this figure in 2010. He had the NDA had won 206 seats in 2010. So I am not surprised. Uh, but then there is one more thing which we should not forget. On the ground, we saw something else, and now we are seeing something. The results are showing something else. So the issue of SIR still remains relevant. It's not irrelevant. You know, in Bihar, 65 lakh voters were deleted from the voters list. Maybe some of them were dead. Maybe some of them could not turn up. Maybe some other parties, the supporters of other party also did not have their names in the voters list. But the 65 lakh voters out of 65, so many of them are still saying that my name has been deleted. So SIR remains an issue, and SIR remains an serious issue. You see the trend. By the evening we can see that if Nitish Kumar decides to go away from walk away from NDA, you will it will be ensured that RJD doesn't have, or the Mahagathbandhan doesn't have that figure when Nitish and Mahagathbandhan will join together and form the government. So it will be ensured that they don't have this figure so that they can form the government.
Right.
This is my concluding comment.
Right. And
And Neelu, before we log out, I'll just give you an update.
yes,
Tejashwi Yadav is once again trailing in Raghupur.
God. And Yashwant Sinha's tweet, I was just checking on, and he has written that opposition parties should stop contesting elections as long as Gyanesh Kumar is the chief election commissioner and the election commission remains compromised. It has got a number of reposts. So let's see. The story is still unfolding, and lots of who knows what more surprises we are going to see. But yes, it's been a baffling election for all of us, and especially for the people who went on the ground and they were sticking their neck out, saying that it's a very, very keen and a close contest. What has it resulted in? Let's see. Let's wait and watch what happens next. Thank you so much. We'll have to end it here. Our live coverage continues on the Federal, 2 o'clock again with Editor-in-Chief S. Srinivasan. Thank you, Professor Sanjay, Ashok, Puneet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.